it's your boy Albert Rice. We're gonna do an assault guide showdown. Let's get right on with it. Um, so for the guns, use the shockfield. It's one of the best foaming guns in the game, or the best foaming gun in the game. Always use the overclock, capacity, and adaptive. One of these you can switch out for biosynthesis if you really need it. I'm not gonna say anything. For a bossing gun, you can technically use it as a bossing gun, but it's gonna hurt. I don't have the black version of this, but hotspot's good, although it has minus 25 movement or minus 21 with some armor on, with some certain armor masteries and collections. It's still pretty heavy, and its pierce is trash. It has like 3.3 max, which is people use this because you can send a far distance away and still do full damage, unlike the hornet, which does half damage, but if you're too far away. But I prefer it a lot more because it does more damage close up, and I know how to go close up. This has 5 pierce, and that's just its base pierce, so when it's max cord, it does enough that you don't need to worry about it most of the time. Jupiter is expensive, but it's pretty good as well. It's a shame that two of the best guns are also one of the most expensive to aug, but whatever. If you use the Jupiter for mobbing, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for myself too. I use it for mobbing. This is one of the best bossing guns in the game now. It's also one of the best for leveling up in XP, as long as you pray uranium mines. Most of the guns are the best on uranium mine in single player. If you're farming XP, this thing is great. One of the best guns for that and for bossing. This is good for virus samples if you don't know what the best gun is for virus samples. And finally, you can also use this for bossing as PvE, which basically means it can do multiple blasts in one shot, meaning that if you have multiple bosses next to each other, a single shot can do more damage than if they were alone. It can do more damage to a single boss than if they were alone, which is pretty neat if you're stacked against multiple bosses, but it does less than a hornet if there's only one. Also does less than a hotspot if there's only one. Let's go into armor. The general idea for armor is reload and speed. Here's reload, here's speed, here's reload, speed, and speed. Let me just do one aug. Put smart target for the damage. You can put target assist as well. Generally, we go for reloading speed because they are the most effective ones. You use speed, you can move away from stuff. You use reload, you can keep shooting stuff. If you need, whenever you're reloading, you're vulnerable, especially at lower levels. So reloading is not a lot more noticeable than damage increase. Like for example, this dragonfly helmet, it gives a 5% damage increase. You're not going to notice a 5% damage increase. You're going to notice if the Jupiter takes 3 seconds to reload instead of 4. So go for reload. Later on, when you're around level 100, you can switch over to a dragonfly helmet, because then your reload is already boosted enough from other sources. There are some other builds that can be used at level 100. You can switch up this for Dragonfly or Overwatch for more damage and speed. This for other things I'm not going to mention because they're sinful. This I'm not going to mention for the same reason. These two are the fastest moving things if you switch SAS4 good. This is the fastest vest. And some people don't like it because it has low defenses. Those people also lose the tic-tac-toe. I've personally put tissue repair because I don't have any other source of healing. Some people switch this out, and those people are monsters. To move on to skills. Fast reload. It says 5, but you only need 4. There's a bug with the armor. Let's go back to the armor. I'll explain it to you. We have 2 sources of reload, from the helmet and from the gloves. The way they stack up in here, it's they stack up 2 different ways. By that I mean the weapon screen, it gives you a certain number, and in the actual gameplay it gives you a different number. It reloads in a different time. And we figured out that in the game it actually reloads better, so you actually only need 4 points, even though it looks like you need 5. 25 fast movement for the speed, 25 adrenaline for the speed and damage, 23 for the damage, 34 for the damage, and not as much. Stim shot for the health, it is good, 15% per second. Wow, that's not bad. But next point, 15.25, just get 1 point. You don't need more. It won't give you more anyway. Let's talk about the other ones we don't get. Toughness, just don't get hit by the armor expert. So some people are a fan of getting 99% resistances, and they do this with strat. I'm going to show it to you later. This build has only less than 50% defenses and more than 50 in movement, just how I like it. I'll show you. You might have seen this in some showcase videos. I'll demonstrate it to you. So, the people of the olden times have adapted their build to their skills. So when they see a boss, you might have seen this before, they do a thing like this where they let go of the keyboard completely and they just watch what happens. They also shoot, but if I shoot, I would kill them instantly, and this is supposed to be towards bosses usually. As you can see, it doesn't work as well on certain other builds, but this took many years to develop. I unfortunately wasn't part of this when it happened, but they've developed a strategy which is very unintuitive, but it's hard to learn, hard to master. I'll show it to you right now. Alright, let's see if I can do this right the first try. So, what you can do is, so you look at the zombies and you point the same direction the zombies are pointing, and you move the same direction the zombies are moving. So it's kind of like a paradox that they keep moving towards you, but they're not getting any closer. It's honestly, whoever invented this strategy, they are beyond the genius. So this is called the vector strat, because you move in a similar vector to the way the zombies are moving. You can see this DM, direct management. It goes straight to the car, but we can work around that with the vector strat. The vector strat is very versatile. As you can see, I'm taking a low amount of damage, and from here I can shoot. So this is a new strat that people have found that you can use on bosses, and it has some uses that's pretty useful. Although I can sort of understand where the other people are coming from, because when you're like tanking in a corner. It sort of works off the strategies that people use in other builds in other games. So if you've played some other fighting games, you might notice that the most skilled players are the ones that look the most AFK. So I think they tried to replicate that, and I mean, it did work. They're able to stay alive, but some other strats have come since then that we have figured out. Let's talk briefly about the other skills. Recovery time is only useful if you die, and so I don't really use this one. Health regen, it's 2.5 every second. If you get it to 25 skill points, it's like 62.5 per second, which is great, but if you look really closely at this, you'll see this tissue repair heals at 38 HP per second, which is like half of that, and that's just one onslaught compared to this, where you would need 25 skill points. Pay grade, it pretends to increase your money, energy regen. If you need these, I won't forget that. Field supplies, you can use this if you're using something like Jupiter, because it's expensive. Otherwise, just don't use it. If you use it for expensive ammo, but not the Jupiter, like 3100, you should proceed to sell the 3100 and then sell your account and then sell yourself. Grenade damage, grenades are really good, Close quarters combat, 750 damage, that's pretty good. I mean, if you're level 3, it might be better than most of your guns. Gun mode expert, yeah, speaking of guns, you can put points in this, then cost less to augment stuff, but you can only reset your skills like one time, and you're gonna really let your first time not be with other better skills. Assault team, it's not too bad. Some people call this one pretty bad, but one thing you have to really look at is that if you see here, it says elite, while if you look at your own class, it's a high assault. So if you think about it, the assault team is actually a better version of your own assault because they're elite. HP 1500. There's 3 of them, so they won't it I've used it one time and it was able to kill a bloater. I'm going to bring this build to a test run now to demonstrate how powerful it is. I'm going to use a slightly different set though, because this is brand new and don't want to ruin it too much. So I'm going to switch this out here, and I'm going to do the same with the armor. I'm going to switch up the armor with the different set because these, I don't want to damage these too much in like just a test fight. So I'm going to switch them out for something that's basically the same, but just a little bit different. So yeah, this build is basically the same, but it doesn't have it's not the exact same ones, but it basically has the same bonuses. So it's basically the same build. So I'm gonna showcase with this. Yeah, let's get a bit more ammo on this. Okay, let's I hold on so nervously to me in my drink. I wish it was cooling me, but so far it's not been good. And I feel awkward as I should. This club has got to be a pretentious thing. Since I saw you empty, so I am imagining a darker place, harder place for my face, while I'm not paralyzed. I seem to be struck by you. I want to make you. You're standing still, if your body is just what your eyes can see. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. Now hold up for one more drink before I think I'm being too desperate. So far it's not been fun. I should just stay home. If one thing really means one, love will hopefully be supposed to 3 weeks. That's what we called me. Well, I'm still imagining a dark place, or your place, or my place. So I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I want to make you, because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you. Well, I'm not paralyzed. I seem to be struck by you. I want to make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you. I realize, but I seem to be struck by you. I want to make you move because you're standing still. If your body matches what your eyes can do, you'll probably move right through me on my way to you. It says you could probably move right through me on my way to you. You'll probably move right through me on my way to you. So as you can see, it's a pretty good build. Um, uh, I'm gonna show you another code now. It's my bulk build. It's the cream of the crop. Um, I'm gonna show you a neat trick I also do. So, here, if you use PC, you can copy and paste your saves. So you can do different things with each of them. Like, if you have a lot of cores, but you don't want to spend them all, you can do one save where you spend them and another save where you don't spend them, and it's pretty neat. If you're a mobile player, sucks to be you. So I've just copied my apoc save from a different folder, and I'll let you open it up. This is peak SAS4. Okay. So this build is mostly the same. As you can see, guns, the Vulture, the Mulberry shockfield. I have Bison Distance instead of adaptive because I've turned into a coward. I have Hornet. Dogs are deadly overclocked, and then the two damage Ogs pinpointed capacity, although this is a pain in the ass to use when I have Devastators, so I might change capacity to adaptive, although some say it's still good with in Nightmare since you're facing the Crucises and the Devastators you face aren't as strong as the ones in apoc, so it's fine. The armor. The armor is basically the same. I just use female Ogs. Here I put target assist as well, because you need all the damage you can get. Yeah, when I'd be like shooting some bosses at level 73 and not be doing full damage. Here I have resuscitating. You might ask why I need this if I can just use the vector strat. I have this, gloves are basically the same. Pants and boots are basically the same. They're good enough as they are. And the skills, they're slightly different. You have 4 reload. This is the correct amount of reload now. And 20 fast movement because I put some points in other places. Here I maxed out critical shot. And instead of putting it in deadly force, adrenaline and killing spree are the same, 25 in each. And I could have put more in fast movement. I mean, you can put more in fast movement into deadly force for more damage, but anything below 20 is kind of a sin. So yeah, that's my apop build. It's pretty neat. Yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and upvote and repost it. Um, I'm gonna be releasing a new video at my 10 million subscriber special. So be sure to hit be sure to uh smash the subscribe button. Um, and once we hit 10 million, you're just, you're gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your arm. It's gonna blow your legs apart. It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be a pretty good video. So just remember, when you hit 10, when they hit the 10 million, your body will split into 1 billion. That's about it. Thanks for watching.